I have a life-changing question for you. How would you feel if you had a plan to take control of your money and get the lifestyle that you want? I asked this question at the beginning of our first video, but it is such an important question that I just feel like it's worth re-asking. I'm Beth Kraszewski. I'm a certified financial planner. I've been a financial planner for 15 years and a wife and mother of 3. I've asked and have been asked this question so many times. I have personally experienced the stress of money and have seen the negative impacts that this stress can have for so many people. This is the second video in a series of 3 videos. I'm sharing these 3 free videos with you because I know that money is the #1 cause of stress in Americans and the #1 cause of fights in marriage. There is so much power in the lessons in these videos, and I want to share this with as many families as possible. And I don't have enough time in the day to individually help everyone who needs this guidance. I will be showing you exactly what you need to do so that you can take back control of your money and find financial peace in your home. This means you will no longer dread opening the credit card bill. You will no longer be embarrassed when your friends talk about their college savings for their kids or their 401k savings. You will be in a position where you actually enjoy the money conversations with your spouse. You will know that you are making the right decisions today so that you can have the lifestyle that you want. In the first video, I talked about the first step of the financial kickstart process, which was all about getting a grasp on your current financial situation by taking inventory. This is such a critical and important step. So if you haven't watched the first video, you should go back and watch it. So I didn't just stumble on this process. I have combined my experience as a financial planner and my life experiences as a mother to find the solution. This solution is a financial planning process for families called Financial Kickstart. Trust me, this is not taught in books or even by your parents. You need to live it to really understand the internal and external levers that are causing both the stress and the solution for this money problem. The reality is that I'm a lot like you. I had really dark financial days after my first son was born. I was completely overwhelmed with the financial responsibilities of having a family. I was like 82% of Americans. I was stressed over money and the negative effects rippled throughout my life. I was concerned that one day we would wake up and find out that we had completely run out of money and wouldn't be able to pay the bills. I was stressed because we had unpaid debts. We weren't saving enough. We didn't have an emergency fund. We hadn't started saving for college for our son. All of this obsession and worrying about our finances had a really big impact on me. But then I was able to figure out a process, a system to escape the dark days and live a financially happy life. I shared this with hundreds of clients to change their lives for the better, and I want to share it with you too. In the last video, we talked about taking financial inventory. And one part of this inventory was getting a handle on where your money is going. So now that you know where your money has been going, you need to determine what changes you should make, changes to your budget or your spending. Now don't get too nervous here. I always believe in finding balance. I tell my clients they not only need to be good savers, but also good spenders. So what's next? You're probably asking, how do I balance my spending and saving so that I can enjoy today while preparing for the future? It can be really hard to find balance, as some of us don't want to talk about money because it isn't fun. It starts fights. And that is true if there is no structure. But we are going to provide you a very clear path on how you can have these conversations and even make it fun. I mean, we're talking about your future here and all the things you want to have in your life. At first, my husband and I couldn't talk about money. My husband couldn't help me with the stress because I handed all the money decisions. So he didn't even have a good sense of our financial situation. I was all alone on this one. We would have disagreements because he didn't understand our situation. There was no way that we could come together to make decisions. But let me tell you, that has changed. One of the biggest challenges I see couples face is they have a difficult time balancing saving for tomorrow and enjoying their money today. I will often see couples where one of the spouses is a great saver and the other is a great spender. And this can create so much stress in a marriage because one spouse wants to save every possible penny and the other one wants to use the money to enhance their life today. The other issue I see is that often people are reluctant to increase their savings for tomorrow because they think it will negatively impact their lifestyle today. There is not one clear guideline on how to find the perfect money balance in your home, but I'm going to share with you a story and a guideline and some paths that will give you some perspective on how you can achieve this balance in your home. So now I'm going to show you how you can find balance. Even if one of you is a spender and the other one is a saver, you can find balance. I have worked with couples that are on the brink of divorce because there are differences over money. I was just working with a couple and the husband is a fabulous saver and would love to save every single penny if he could, and the wife would love to spend every penny if she could. This difference created constant fights in their marriage. We were able to work through their situation by putting together a plan for their expenses that provide balance in their situation. First, we added up their fixed expenses, such as their mortgage and utility bills, etc. And then we created a savings goal of 10% of their income. I then had the wife articulate the most important current non-essential expenses, and she listed things such as a family vacation, birthday parties for the kids, and date nights. We then created a good life category in their expense budget, where each of these items would be classified. We agreed if they didn't spend the money one month, then they could use it on a subsequent month. To help with this, we set up a separate bank account called the Good Life account. Every month, a specific amount was sent to this account to be used for the fun expenses that come up. These practices made all the difference. They have now found financial peace in their home, and their marriage is on a positive track again. It has made all the difference because now she can go get her hair done, and he's not asking how much it costs. And they aren't having fights every time she spends a bit of extra money. And he is happy because he knows that they are making the right savings decisions to prepare them for the future and also to be prepared if something bad were to happen today. Okay, so I want to recap the essential steps that occurred for this couple so that you can do it too. The first step is to write down your monthly paycheck. This is the amount that is paid into your checking accounts each month from your work. The second step is to create a list of all of your essential and fixed expenses. This is going to include things such as your mortgage, your utilities, your food, and so on. This should be around 60 or 70% of your monthly paycheck. The third step is to calculate your savings amount. I always recommend that this is a minimum of 10% of your total annual salary and a maximum of 20%. So please catch this. Previously, I was referring to monthly paychecks for the calculation, and now I'm talking about your total annual salary for the calculation. This includes your contributions to your retirement account as well as your employer's contribution to your account. And if you have small children, I recommend for you to save something every month into a college savings plan, even if it starts out at $25 a month. There is so much more to this savings component, and I don't have time right now to go into all the details in this video. The fourth step is to calculate your good life amount. Each couple needs to decide what expenses qualify as a good life expense. This is different for every couple. Sometimes it's going to include vacations or shopping. It's really up to you to decide what expenses are non-essential. Usually 10 to 20% of your monthly paycheck. There's going to be a variety of ways that you can handle this money. I also find that one of the best ways to find balance is to optimize the money that you have today. I often see that people are missing out on free money they didn't even know existed. When they are able to find this hidden money, they have more available to spend today and save for tomorrow. We have several tried and true tricks that have saved people thousands of dollars. If you're interested in this free guide of 10 tips to find extra money, just send me an email and I will send it right over to you. So for you to find balance, you need to first clearly understand what you're working with. Know your income and your expenses, and find all the money hiding in your life. I hear many people say, we can never get our finances in order because we don't make enough money. Well, let me tell you, after working with people with a wide range of incomes, their ability to get the life they want has very little to do with the amount of money they earn. Studies show that once a family makes $75,000 a year, they are able to afford the basics of life with some extra money for other purchases. And every dollar you make over $75,000 adds very little to happiness. But what does improve happiness is having control and confidence of your money so you can make the most value out of what you have without worry, and have a plan in place to get the lifestyle you want. So finding this balance is so important because there are other areas of your financial life that you need to address as well. You need to have an action plan to tie it all together so that you can get the life that you want. Having a realistic plan in place is the secret to getting to your destination with the least amount of pain. In the next video, I will show you how to create a financial game plan and how to work as a team with your spouse so that you can accomplish this game plan. There are many moving pieces when it comes to your finances, and in the next video, I will be giving you a very clear checklist so that you can follow. Okay, you could help me make a better video for you in the next video of this training series. If you could just write in the comment section below, what is one of the items that you would like to be in your good life budget? You might even help someone else out who reads your comment. I'll see you in a few days.